Alright, let's talk about an animal that gets a really bad rap, the cockroach. When you hear that word, you probably picture a creepy crawler skittering across your kitchen floor. But that's only a tiny part of their amazing story. Most cockroaches don't want anything to do with us. Out of thousands of species all over the world, only a handful ever set foot inside our homes. These ancient insects have been around for hundreds of millions of years, long before the dinosaurs. They've perfected the art of survival, and their world is full of incredible secrets, from the way they communicate to the vital jobs they do for our planet. So, what makes a cockroach a cockroach? Most have a flattened oval-shaped body which is perfect for squeezing into tight spaces. Their heads are small and tucked under a protective plate called a pronotum. This shield acts like a little helmet, guarding them from harm. They have long, twitching antennae that they use to feel, smell, and taste the world around them. And their mouths are equipped with chewing mandibles designed for munching on their favorite food-decaying organic matter. They are nature's very own cleanup crew, and they take their job very seriously, working tirelessly in the shadows. You can find cockroaches almost everywhere on Earth, from steamy tropical rainforests to chilly northern climates. The only continent they haven't conquered is Antarctica. It's just a bit too cold for them there. Most species love dark, warm, and damp places, hiding under logs, inside rotting trees, or beneath piles of leaves. This is where they do their most important work. As detritivores, their main job is to eat dead and decaying plant material. By breaking down this tough stuff, they release valuable nutrients back into the soil, helping new plants grow. They are a critical link in the chain of life. Their survival skills are truly legendary. Some cockroaches that live in colder regions have developed a sort of natural anti-freeze in their bodies. When temperatures drop below freezing, they can produce special glycols in their blood, which prevents ice crystals from forming and damaging their cells. This allows them to endure conditions that would be impossible for many other insects. It's this incredible adaptability that has allowed them to thrive on our planet for so long. They are not just survivors, they are masters of adapting to whatever challenges the environment throws their way, a true testament to nature's ingenuity. The cockroach family is full of incredible superlatives and record holders that would surprise anyone. Let's start with the biggest of them all, the Australian giant burrowing cockroach. This gentle giant can grow up to 9 centimeters long and weigh as much as a small hamster. Unlike most insects, the mother gives birth to live young and cares for them in her underground burrow. Then you have the loudest insect, the Madagascar hissing cockroach. When it feels threatened or is trying to impress a mate, it forces air through special breathing holes on its body, creating a loud hissing sound that can startle any potential predator. When it comes to speed, the American cockroach is a true champion. It can run up to 50 times its own body length in a single second. If a human could do that, they would be running over 200 miles per hour. This incredible speed helps them escape from danger in the blink of an eye. On the other end of the size spectrum, we find the smallest cockroaches in the world. The tiny Ataphyla species are so small that they live inside the nests of leafcutter ants. They survive by stealing food from their ant hosts, covering themselves in the ants' scent to avoid being detected. Believe it or not, some cockroaches are even considered beautiful. The Prosoplecta genus, for example, brilliantly mimics the appearance of a ladybug. This clever disguise makes them look unappetizing to predators, who associate those bright colors with a bad taste. Other species, like the glow spot cockroach, have bioluminescent spots on their bodies. Scientists believe these glowing patches might be used to scare away predators or to attract mates in the dark forest undergrowth. It just goes to show you that there's a whole world of diversity and beauty in places we rarely look. Cockroaches also have fascinating social lives. While they aren't eusocial like their termite relatives, they are very gregarious and prefer to live together in large, multi-generational groups. They communicate using chemical signals called pheromones. Some species leave these scent trails in their droppings, creating a map that helps others find good sources of food or safe places to hide. Studies have shown that young cockroaches raised in isolation have a harder time exploring their environment and finding mates, proving that social interaction is incredibly important for their development and survival in the wild. Of course, we can't talk about cockroaches without mentioning the species that have adapted to live alongside humans. Only about 30 out of over 4,000 species are considered pests, but they've certainly made a name for themselves. These roaches, like the German and American cockroach, have found that our homes provide everything they need. warmth, moisture, and a steady supply of food. They're not picky eaters either. They will happily feast on crumbs, spilled sugar, leftover pet food, and even non-food items like glue, hair, and fingernail clippings. Their ability to thrive in our world is a testament to their adaptability. While they are fascinating creatures, having them in our homes can pose some health risks. Because they travel through all sorts of unsanitary places, like drains and garbage bins, their waxy outer shells can pick up and carry harmful bacteria. When they then walk across our kitchen counters or food, they can potentially spread these germs. Additionally, their shed skins, droppings, and saliva contain proteins that are common allergens for many people. For some individuals, exposure to these allergens can trigger asthma attacks or other allergic reactions, which is a serious concern. Now, let's bust a famous myth. Can cockroaches really survive a nuclear bomb? The answer is yes and no. It's true that cockroaches have a much higher resistance to radiation than humans do. They could likely survive the radioactive fallout from a nuclear event much better than we could. However, they are not invincible. A direct blast from a nuclear explosion would vaporize them just like anything else in the immediate vicinity. So while they are incredibly tough and more resilient to radiation than we are, they are not the indestructible creatures that urban legends make them out to be. These insects also have their own predators to worry about, and some are straight out of a science fiction movie. The emerald jewel wasp is a perfect example. This wasp doesn't just kill a cockroach, it turns it into a zombie. The wasp delivers a precise sting to the cockroach's brain which paralyzes its will, but allows it to still move. The wasp then leads the compliant cockroach back to its burrow, lays an egg on its abdomen, and seals it inside. The wasp larva hatches and slowly eats the cockroach from the inside out, a gruesome but effective survival strategy. Beyond their roles as pests or survivors, cockroaches have some surprising and beneficial connections to people. In some parts of the world, particularly in Asia, cockroaches are farmed and eaten as a source of protein. When deep-fried, they are said to have a crispy outside and a soft interior, sometimes compared to cottage cheese. Scientists are also exploring other incredible uses for these insects. Researchers are developing remote-controlled cyborg cockroaches by attaching tiny electronic backpacks to them. The idea is that these cyborgs could one day be sent into collapsed buildings to search for survivors, or to gather information in hazardous areas. The most important role cockroaches play, however, is the one they've been performing for millions of years: nature's recyclers. By consuming vast quantities of decaying organic matter, fallen leaves, rotting wood, and dead animals, they prevent this material from piling up. As they digest this waste, they excrete nitrogen-rich feces that fertilize the soil. This process is absolutely essential for the health of our forests and ecosystems. Without cockroaches and other decomposers breaking down this material, the nutrient cycle would slow down dramatically, impacting plant growth and the animals that depend on those plants for food. These creatures are also a vital food source for a wide variety of other animals. Birds, lizards, small mammals like rodents and shrews, and even other insects rely on cockroaches as a consistent and nutritious part of their diet. The presence of a healthy cockroach population indicates a healthy ecosystem, where every level of the food chain is supported. By serving as both recyclers and a food source, they form a critical link that helps maintain the delicate balance of nature. Their removal from an ecosystem would have cascading effects that would be felt by countless other species, big and small. So the next time you see a cockroach, maybe take a moment before you react. Remember that the one in your house is part of a tiny minority. The vast majority of its relatives are out there in the wild, working hard as the planet's unsung eco-warriors. They clean our forests, feed other animals, and contribute to the health of the earth in ways we are only just beginning to understand. They may not be the most glamorous animals, but they are ancient, resilient, and absolutely essential to the world we all share. They deserve our respect and a little bit of awe.